This is Lisa Hayden with Channel 6 Central Kentucky TV, focus on Washington County. Today, my first guest is George Graves, who is the Grand Knight of the Springfield, Washington County Knights, or I suppose Washington County Knights of Columbus.
Correct.
And so, George, I thought it would be good to talk with you today because fish fries are coming up. But in addition to that, I thought it would be good to talk, if you could give me a little background on the Knights of Columbus.
Okay, I can be glad to do that. The Knights of Columbus here in Washington County was chartered back in August of 1956. There was several members, approximately 20 members, that got together and petitioned the Supreme Council to start a charter here in Washington County. To my knowledge, Mr. C.H. Hayden was one of those members, and I think he may be the last one that's still alive. So you might have to check me on that, but I believe that's correct. But the Knights of Columbus itself was chartered in 1882, and the founder was Father Michael J. McGivney. He was from assistant pastor at St. Mary's Church in New Haven, Connecticut. Basically, it was a Catholic organization started to help the widows and orphans of men who were deceased and their families had no means of support. So it was basically started to help those in need, the widows and families of men who had died prematurely and left their families with no means of monetary or any type of support.
Gosh, I didn't know that. I think I would have known that. Anyway.
And here in Kentucky, I mean, there's worldwide, there's over approximately 2 million members, and here in Kentucky, there are a little over 11,000 members. Our local council here, which is Council 4270, has 215 members. So that's a large group for our county.
Are they all active?
No, we have a core group, pretty much, that's active. A lot of retirees who have the time to devote and participate. We have a lot of members that are younger and have families and children and other obligations, and they do what they can do. They pay their dues, and sometimes they'll pick out certain activities that they can participate in, and hopefully sometimes later on in life when they can devote a little more time and participate a little more in our group functions.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, I know myself, I used to help with bingo a little bit, and that was fun. And you still have bingo, what, every Wednesday night?
We have bingo every Wednesday night, and the doors open at 5 o'clock. We start serving food at 5. The bingo itself starts at 6:45. We serve hamburgers, cheeseburgers, fish sandwiches, french fries, chips, candy, drinks. Sometimes we'll have different types of soups, chilies, bean soup. We sell quite a bit. We also feed our workers, our volunteers who come and help. It takes a lot of people to work a bingo. We need, generally we have at least 15 people to help work the concession, work the bingo, work the tables, and that's mostly our money that we give away comes from our bingo proceeds.
Right, right.
Our fish fries start February the 20th and run every Friday through Lent, 7 Fridays. We're open on Good Friday. A lot of people think we're not, but we are. We serve between 600 and 800 people a night.
That's amazing.
We haven't raised our prices this year, even though our supplies have gone up some. We've tried to keep our prices the same. It's $8 for an adult. Children's 6 through 12 are $3. Children 5 and under are free. Our menu consists of fish, Alaskan pollock, slaw, cornbread, hush puppies, potato wedges, bean soup, tea, coffee, lemonade.
You're making me hungry, George.
I think that's all. We do have the Relay for Life group that come in and provide the or sell the desserts. So they're doing it again this year. So they have a table set up, and all the money they raise goes toward their
Right, toward the Relay for Life team, right. And so now that Ash Wednesday will be the first fish fry, and what's the date on that again?
Ash Wednesday is the 18th, and that's
no, you don't have it
our
on.
fish fries are on Friday, so that's
Right.
the 20th, February the 20th.
Okay,
And it's from 4:30 to 7:30.
okay, 4:30 to 7:30. Yeah, and if you don't get there early, sometimes you run out.
It's hard to plan. You never know if you're going to have 600 or 800.
Yeah.
So we try to plan ahead and have plenty of food, but occasionally we'll get surprised and have more people than we anticipate, and our food supply will run a little low.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is it's delicious, and if our viewing audience hasn't attended before, they need to, because it's great food at a reasonable price. And the best thing about it is those proceeds benefit all the charities that the Knights of Columbus supports.
Actually, the fish fries, the income itself, basically we use it for the operational cost to operate the hall. We have, electric, heat, and maintenance, insurance, and stuff like that we have to pay for every year. Most of our donations, most of the money that we give away actually comes from the bingo.
Okay. Okay.
We have a lot of people come from Bardstown, Lebanon, Campbellsville, Springfield, Anderson County. So we're surprised at how many different areas come to participate in the fish fries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish fries is also a lot of work. It takes a lot of people to put that together, order all the supplies. We cook everything there on site, and it takes about 3 days of work to do the Friday night fish fries.
Well, I know CH used to go down the day before and peel potatoes, and you can imagine how many potatoes or just all the things that, like you say, that have to be prepared beforehand.
We actually start on Wednesday preparing for the fish fry. Some of us go down. There's a group that goes down on Wednesday mornings and work part of the day. We show up again on Thursday morning and do several different chores on Thursday mornings, and then come back on Friday mornings and finish up, and then come back after lunch and start preparing the
Well, I'm sure you
food.
could use more members and more help. I think that's always something that every club I know needs. So what if someone was interested in joining the KCs, what do they do?
Actually, March is the month devoted each year to recruit members. So our membership drive will be March. We're actually offering the first, second, and third degree initiation at Marion County at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Marion County on March 22nd. If you want to become a member, you can call me at 859-805-0762 or contact any Knights of Columbus member, and we'll be glad to help you with that process. Basically, you just have to be a practicing Catholic. There's some forms you have to fill out, and then attend the degree ceremonies.
Or even the priest at your church,
Local parish.
of your local parish, I'm sure could refer you.
That's correct. We support our local parishes here in the county. Last year we gave away $62,000. In 2013 we gave away $73,000. So we do give away quite a bit of money to different churches, organizations, different groups, Red Cross,
Right.
St. Vincent de Paul, several different organizations, some of the school projects,
Right.
whatever
Oh,
is
I
needed.
know. I've been to you many a time, George, for to get a donation for one thing or another.
And that's why we do it. I mean, the
Yeah.
core principles of the Knights of Columbus is charity, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. So, if you want to strengthen your faith and help your community and help those in need, then we'd be glad to sign you up.
That's right. It's a great cause, George. I'm just glad that we have an active membership here, and that we do have our bingo and our fish fry, and that reminds me too. you all rent the hall out, the Knights of Columbus Hall, which is where we just had the chamber banquet the other night.
Yes, last week they had the chamber banquet. We do rent the hall out. It's $500 to rent the hall, $250 deposit. Members have a cheaper rate. That's a non-member rate. And we also use that money to help keep the facilities on, the upkeep and maintenance of the hall. We have a cleaning crew that we pay, which are we spend a lot of money on cleaning every year. We try to, it's $150 each time it's cleaned, and we have it cleaned after our bingos, have it cleaned after our rentals. So we're not actually making that much money on our rentals, but we are providing a place for people to have their weddings and receptions and get-togethers.
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I think Alma Burton had a big birthday party at her big 60th, I think it was 60th. Oh no, I don't know. But at any
I'm
rate,
not going to comment on
lots of
Alma's
birthday parties, and so there's and dances. So there's always something going on.
We do. We have several projects throughout the year. We have a group. Most of the time it's around a dozen members and their wives and friends that go to Appalachia at least once a year. They go down there. They have building projects. They stay approximately a week. They build bathrooms. They put on roofs. They put on porches. They put on handicap ramps. Whatever needs to be done. There's someone who coordinates all that, and we have a couple meetings, and everything is coordinated, and you know what you're going to do before you get there. And so that's a good project. We also do what we call the Tootsie Roll Drive every year, which that always happens Ham Day weekend. We set up roadblocks here in the town and at the intersections and collect money for the mentally challenged. I know last year we collected $2,500 that we donated to our local chapter here.
Right.
So we try to do whatever we can. We try to support our parishes or churches if they have projects or work that needs to be done. We try to assist in any way we can.
And sometimes then you have Fifth Sunday breakfasts for the members of the Knights of Columbus and their families, and some of the members cook and their wives and things, and you come down and have a full breakfast.
We do. We have that every fifth Sunday. Bob Parrott is in charge of that. We have several members that come and help fix the breakfast. Mm-hmm. We usually have a good crowd, and like I say, there are members or families and guests. And
free.
It's free. You have sausage and eggs and bacon and gravy and biscuits and fried apples and fruit. Yeah. So it's fellowship, socialization, have a good time, and that's one of the things that we do to get together and maybe.
So it's not all work. There's lots of fun too, fellowship. And
we do enjoy getting together, and we have a couple social events each year and where we get together and talk and socialize and meet the other members. And so it's not all work. We do a little play. Right.
Have a cookout. So, well, I just appreciate everything that the Knights of Columbus does for this community, George, because I'm quite aware, having made many requests to you throughout the years. I remember one time even asking you if you all would pay for a pair of tennis shoes for a kid at school that didn't have any way to get these shoes. So anyway, that's just one tiny example of all the things you do, and we appreciate it.
We do. We help with the food drive, the backpack program, and basically if it's a good cause and we're asked, we try to contribute in some way, monetarily or physically or whatever we can do. We St. Vincent de Paul, House of Hope, Caring Place.
Right.
So we try to
organizations.
Try to help in any way we can.
Right. And so let's talk about the fish fry one more time, because I don't want anybody to forget about that.
Fish fries begin Friday, February the 20th, 2 weeks from this Friday, 4:30 to 7:30. Meals are $8. We have carryouts, they're $8. Children 6 to 12 is $3. 5 and under are free. So we'd
And
be
this
glad
at-
to have you.
This is at the Knights of Columbus Hall on Bardstown Road.
That's correct. 2013 Bardstown Road.
So, well, thank you, George. Is there anything else that we need to add or discuss before
That
we
should
finish up?
that covers a lot. So
Ah.
we would be glad to have you join our organization, and I'd like to remind people that we're having a membership drive and a degree ceremony in Marion County on March the 22nd. And if you're interested and would like to join, contact me or any Knights of Columbus member, and we'll be glad to start the process and get you involved.
That's great. Well, thanks, George.
You're welcome.
For coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.